Hello, my friends! This is your friend Alex, the Super Nintendo Gamer. Welcome back to the channel and this week's episode of the Alex Gamer Show. And good morning, my friends. It's another beautiful Saturday morning, and today I'm going to be telling you my review on Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, also known as Japan, Super Mario Bros. 2. And before we start the video, I want to ask you guys a question. What version of Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels did you guys play? Was it the Famicom version, the Super NES version, Virtual Console version, or Nintendo Switch Online version? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, we're ready to start the video. Here we go, as Mario said. Now, you may see at Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels, known as Japan Super Mario Bros. 2, was the direct sequel to Super Mario Bros. And you may look at it, looks familiar to Super Mario Bros. But there is some slight differences about this game. You can see like the ground's different, and the little bushes have eyeballs, and this clouds have eyeballs, and also to the music and animations pretty much the same, just they changed the ground and some of the graphics thing. And also we cannot forget the porous mushroom, which shrinks Mario back down to small Mario. Now there are some little bit this thing does have a little bit of a history to it. So Nintendo, after the release of Super Mario Bros., Nintendo wanted to make a more challenging Super Mario Bros. Game. And they decided to make this game Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels, which is Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan. And they wanted to make it more. There was an article I read about Miyamoto. He wanted to make this game more challenging because the original Super Mario Bros. Games felt that it was too easy, so they wanted to make a more challenging Super Mario game, and they made this one. And since this one was a lot more challenging because it had a lot more different things to it, like they were just hard levels, and believe me, these are really hard, frustrating levels. And it was first. Oh yeah, and before we get more into the video, this was released for the Famicom disk system, which was known as the Family Computer disk system. And the Famicom was the Japanese NES. And when they was also making this game, they also had a lot of new worlds. One of the most famous worlds is World 9, the Lost Level, also known as the Fantasy World of World 9. And there's also something a little different between this version, the original version, and the Super Mario All-Star version. The original version, to get to World A, you had to actually clear the game 8 times, and then you had to hold down the start button and then press the A button, I think, and it would take you to World A, but you'd have to clear the game 8 times, a long time before you get to World A. But in the Super Mario All-Stars version, you can just complete it by clearing World 9. A little bit different. And there was also an article about Howard Phillips. He was one of the guys that worked on the Nintendo Power magazine. He worked on this game. He felt like one of the reasons why this game should never be released have a Western release, like North America release, because he felt like the game was too difficult for people in the West. And this game is really hard. And it didn't get to North America and other regions until 1993 in the Super Mario All-Stars Collector's Edition. And when also say, oh yeah, the platform's a little bit different too, have a little bit different graphics too. And this game proved to be one of the most challenging games. And there was a thing called a 1001 games to play before you die. This was one of the games in that book, I think, you had to play before they wanted you to play. And this is quite a challenging game. I have played it many times, my friend, and I find this game to be really fun and challenging. And also, too, you can also check my playlist on the Mario Mondays. I did a whole playthrough on this, on the Super Mario All-Stars version. And this game is really quite challenging you think it is. Don't be fooled, my friends. This game is a lot harder than you think it is. You first start out in the game, the first level's not too bad, but as you go deeper into the game, it gets harder, and believe me, I had some really frustrating hours getting through this game. It was no picnic. Makes the original Super Mario Bros. Game look like nothing. But this version, Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels, this is a really hard game, and it really added a lot of new things, like they had the bloopers flying through the air, and they add the wind, and some of the levels you couldn't go on, you'd have to actually find an invisible block to move on to the next area, but if you go too far off the screen, you couldn't backtrack, so you're basically stuck. You had to reset your game, or you had to wait till the time runs out. Believe me, I have part of the frustrating part. And we must not forget, this game also introduced warp zones that take you back. See, in the original Super Mario Bros. Games, there was warp zones that took you forward to the game because there was no way to save the games back. There were very little games that allowed you to save them. Most of them was password save. But this Super Mario Bros. Game had like warp zones go back. For example, like in World 3. World 3 took the players. If you got to like the end of World 3 1 and hit like the trampoline, it makes you bounce up in the air just like right now what happened to Mario. You could actually go over the flagpole and you could find a secret area that take you back to World 1. That's just crazy. So not only this game, you could go forward if you want to skip worlds, you could also go backwards, which is about too much because that's something a little different. So if you got stuck in that, you either had to go back or you could restart. There was usually like a little pit area where you could let Mario fall in, and Mario could you could restart that level. There's a lot to this game too, and I'd say this is probably one of the hardest Mario games ever. See, this level's not too hard, my friends, but as you get farther into the game, it gets harder and harder. You actually gotta watch your step every move in this game. One false move and it's all over. That was a sweet move I did. Probably never able to do that ever again. So right here, this is what I was talking about, this part. This part has the blocks. You actually have to hit those blocks, find them. But if you say, like, go too off the screen like this, and it's harder to jump up this way, you could probably still make it. But I'm not big enough to do it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I got it. That's what I'm saying. This game's a lot more difficult than the original Super Mario Bros. Game, but it can be quite challenging and fun. And it seems like they had a lot more bigger jumps in this game too. I think like here, like right here, like World 9. This is probably one of the most interesting things in the game. They also call it the fantasy world. So if you look at it real closely, you can see it looks like you're underwater, but it's like in the sky. But in the All Stars version, it just showed basically underwater. But this version, the original version, looks like you're just like floating around in like your anti-gravity almost. Because you can see like the bushes on the ground and the clouds. It makes you kind of feel more like you're more anti-gravity and go underwater. Pretty a little different, huh? Well, we're gonna be wrapping up this video. That's pretty much all I can talk about. But I am gonna say this one thing. If you guys didn't know what the Famicom disk system was, it was actually the add-on to the Famicom system, also known as the Family Computer. It was actually one of the first add-ons, and it used a thing called a floppy disk. It wasn't like the disc they use today. It was actually almost kind of like a square, like rectangle shaped yellow disc thing, and you put it into the Famicom disk system, which was the add-on to the Family Computer system. You'd put it in, and the game would come on. I saw a video on YouTube about it, and it was really cool. Because I see them on the internet, but never really seen how it works. So I was really tickled to see it. And I think that's really great about YouTube and a lot of the gamers on YouTube. They show a lot of stuff that really helps you. And yeah. Well, that pretty much wraps up today's video. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this type of content on reviews on video game products or on video games themselves, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a like, share, and subscribe to Alex Super Nintendo Gamer if you want more fun content every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And I want you guys one question. What do you guys think of Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels? Do you like this game or not? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next Saturday morning for another review, talk, and showcase on video game products or video games. Have a great day, and God bless you, my friends. Bye-bye. See you next time.